Good afternoon, YouTube. It's me, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Combat Sports Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I have not used the Female Sports Talk moniker of lately. As you know, most of my focus is on female bodybuilding, especially in women's divisions like physique and women's bodybuilding, but also expand to other divisions. But one thing is, I am a fan of women in combat sports. Been a fan of that for quite a long time. Been a fan of boxing fan when I was growing up, and women started getting into sport later on. It was really something new and exciting, just something different. And also, the women in boxing kind of get the same treatment as women in bodybuilding. Not much recognition, not much money, not much attention, but they are steadily and slowly getting to build up. So anyway, there was a big fighting event in New York at Madison Square Garden, and it was being promoted by Jake Paul, who I'm not a big fan of personally of some stuff, but I do appreciate what he's doing for the world of fighting when it comes to boxing and also for women. And on this card was Shadasia Green. And Shadasia, she was fighting against opponent Laney Daniels, and it was for the Women's Unified Middleweight Championship. And Shadasia is signed along with Amanda Serrano with Jake Paul's MVP promotion, and she's been a busy young lady. I mean, quite a few fights here and there, and then been pretty good. She was quite a bit undefeated for a good while till she suffered her first loss to Franzon Desern Cruz. This was about a couple of years ago. And then she kind of climbed back on the horse when she fought against Savannah Marshall, opponent that Christian Shield fought and beat about a couple of years ago. So this fight was part of I think it was part of the co-main event of the fight cards. The main event was, I believe, was Alicia Baumgartner versus a chick from South Korea. It was a 3-minute fight on that card, and it was, I saw some clips of it. It's pretty good. Congratulations to Alicia Baumgartner coming in undefeated again. And her opponent, Lanny Daniels, she actually fought Christian Shields last year. And Lanny was coming in with taking back-to-back defeats after she lost to Christian that past summer, and then losing to another opponent by December. So there was a lot of talk that this was going to be another opportunity for Shadasia to climb up. Well, these ladies, the tape, only thing difference is there's a year. Shadasia's younger than Daniels. Same height, the weight's just a little bit the same. Only thing really was the reach advantage. She had at least a 10-inch reach advantage, and that should have helped her out. She was doing pretty good first part of the fight, throwing some heavy blows, stacking, going forward, and then it kind of slowed down midway through. I think settled around about the 5th or 6th round, where really she did the mistake she made. This is what someone told me that when you have reach advantage, you should use your jab. But the problem was that Shadasia was not using her jab enough. And what was Daniels doing? She was doing a lot of attacking the body, pushing forward. As they call it, fighting in the phone booth. You shouldn't fight with somebody in the phone booth. You should keep your distance, especially if you have the height and reach advantage. And that's what Shadasia had. It's not so. I think she looks of it. I think Shadasia is a little bit taller than Laney Daniels, but Daniels kept pushing it forward, attacking. Some points, Shadasia was holding, and Daniels still just hitting her hard. They had good blows here and there, but from the looks of it, she was just attacking Shadasia Green. I mean, Sweet Terminator was getting terminated. And before you know it, right about midway through the 9th round, the referee stopped it. So it ended in a referee stoppage. It's one thing when she lost to Franzon Cruz was on the cards. This one was by TKO. And wow, it's not good for her. It's not a good look. Coming in here as pretty much the top dog. I mean, the betting probably was like crazy. And Lanny Daniels is now the new Women's Unified Champion in the middleweight division. Congratulations. After bouncing back from 2 back-to-back losses and coming in here and beating somebody who looks like a prospect to be a next champion. And, and it wasn't good for Shadasia. They had to take her out to the hospital on a stretcher. There were some problems going on with her, so they had to take her to the hospital. But from what I heard, she's doing fine. She's speaking, she's responsive. Boxing is a tough sport, and you got to be careful. But the big talk was that Shadasia versus Clarissa Shields. Now, I think this is not going to happen. I think that the fight, it happens before in boxing. I've seen this before. I remember a few years ago where Christine Martin fought this girl named Samaya Nani, and Samaya Nani beat it. But the thing was, this fight was supposed to be a prelude to her facing Lashina Riker, And now, what's the future for Sadisha Green? I mean, a rematch with Daniels, maybe, or maybe not. The fight with Christian Shields not going to happen because she might take 2 or 3 fights just to get back into the contendership to fight against Christian Shields. But it's good to hear that she's doing all right. She's feeling better. She's responding. Maybe she should take some time. And also, whoever is her corner, she needs a new corner. From what I was hearing and what I saw, this person should have been told to use your jab, keep your distance, and be a smart fighter. If someone like Alicia Shield can dog walk a girl like Laney Daniels, you should be able to put her on her back. She made too many mistakes. Whoever's her training camp, she needs a new one. She needs a reboot. Maybe work on her weight a little bit, also work on her speed, and also work on her power. But, that's how it is. It's a tough break for her. But it's good to hear that she's doing better. She's doing all right. She's going to recover. I think take the rest of the next year off. If you can, rest of the year off. Because, I know a lot of these fighters make their money in boxing, but she needs a good full year to really rest and recover. Take, like percussion protocols. See a doctor and specialist. And then maybe get back into the ring maybe by next year. I wouldn't take any fights anytime soon until you get medically cleared. It happens. There's fighters who are now walking with issues, some if not dead, who are now handicapped. Some of the smart ones, they're smart and still looking around, walking and still talking, but others not so smart and they're either in the grave or sitting in a vegetative state. But all the best luck to Sadisha Green in her future, and congratulations to Laney Daniels. Anyway, this is Man Always Judge page. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.